show number 120 and the last show of year number 1. My name is Lenny Solomon and welcome to Lenny Solomon Live. Yes, indeed. Here we are in the fourcornersproject.org studio in Beit Shemesh, Israel. And it is great to see you guys. Today is Dallas Stars night. This is the Dallas Stars alternate jersey that they wear at home. It's kind of a weird green. Everybody in my family commented, and including our associate producer, Judy Hertzfeld, commenting in the chat room. Hope you could join us in the chat room. Today is a first because I believe today we are broadcasting over LinkedIn as well. We are now on 8 channels. We got the approval for LinkedIn to be a broadcaster. So today's show goes out onto LinkedIn. And if it's not, I'll figure out why, and we'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow, the first show of year number 2 will be an interview with bass player Dave Hirsch. I think it'll be around 4 p.m. East Coast time, 11 p.m. in Israel. In that vicinity, be on the lookout. But either way, it'll be up there so you can watch it. We have played to well over 100,000 people in this first year. It's been an amazing, amazing first year where reinventing was the key. And today in show number 120, it's part 2 of the famous tour that brought Shlock Rock into a realm that no other Jewish band or performer has been, which is to play in all 50 states. Yesterday, we went through 4 states, which was playing in Hawaii, state number 42, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, state number 43, Charleston, West Virginia, state number 44, and Hattiesburg, Mississippi, state number 45. At that point, we took a break and we went to South Bend, Indiana for Shabbat to be at the bar mitzvah of Moshe, who sponsored these last 7 states. And then it was on the road again. But this time, I made a mistake. We went first to Fargo, North Dakota. Fargo, North Dakota was state number 46. What was it like playing Fargo, North Dakota? Well, let me tell you something. There were 7 people at that show, but we did that show as if there were 700 people, or 7,000, or 70,000. Because you got to give a show, no matter who comes. And remember, there aren't that many Jews in Fargo, North Dakota. I don't know the number, but it was still fun. And we gave the show in Fargo, North Dakota, and then we went to Chicago, for Shabbat. So that was a great show number 46 in Fargo. We played all the hits. And from there, it was time to get on the road. After South Bend, we went on the road, and we went to Laramie, Wyoming, where I was joined by Eitan G, and I was joined by Rabbi John Gross and Rabbi Gidon Rothstein, 2 rabbis who came to be a part of the 50-state celebration. It was fantastic. But first we went to Denver, where I believe we picked up some equipment from Jeff Greenstein from Denver. And we also had dinner with Seth Ward, who was one of our contacts for Laramie, Wyoming. Anyway, we'll talk a bit more about the show in Laramie, but first, let's do Get the Feeling. Here we go. Off the Mikdash album, the only English track. It's been a long, long time. We yearn for him to come. It's been a long, long wait. We pray for him each day. After 2,000 years, we say Ani Ma'amin. There can be no mistake. The Mikdash on its way. Here's our bags, they're all packed, come inside. Now I say, finish mom, here's our tefillah for Mashiach. Spread the message through our deeds, get the feeling, make us worthy for Mashiach. Love our neighbor like ourselves, live our tefillah. We cover up our eyes, we go at our own pace, we try to rectify the world and its place. We've heard so many lies, we've lost so many lives, so many sanctified, they wouldn't compromise. Here's our bag, they're all packed, come on in. I say, finish mom, here's our tefillah for Mashiach. Spread the message through our deeds, get the feeling, make us worthy for Mashiach. Love our neighbor like ourselves, live our tefillah, live our tefillah, yeah. Get the Feeling, track number 7 off the Mikdash album released in 1997. Hope you guys enjoyed it as we now go back to the year 2013, 2014. We're actually in May 2014, and we are going from Laramie, Wyoming, where we played at a theater. It was a really nice theater. I remember it. And we went from there to Bozeman, Montana. So each one of these had a lot of driving attached to it, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't. You know, we had all-night drives. Eitan G and I had all-night drives from like Sacramento, California to Salt Lake City, or from Phoenix, Arizona to wherever we went. I don't even remember. We've played so many cities. We've played like 250 cities if I actually charted it. And it was always fun. We played Tucson, Phoenix, Scottsdale in Arizona, and every single state. And what's the key? Be good, be cool, be Jewish. No matter where we come from, we gotta be proud. We gotta be proud of being Jewish. Jewish pride, Jewish identity, Jewish awareness. Let's do a little rap. Jewish pride keeps you going strong, makes our people last real long, so don't ignore what comes from inside. Let it grow, cause it's Jewish pride. La-di-do, I'm a Jew and I think it's cool. Yeah, I eat kosher meat cause I ain't no fool. Ask me anything you want to, but I will repeat. I say being Jewish means a groove to the beat. Got a son who's a doctor, daughter who's a lawyer. My wife teaches English and reads Tom Sawyer each morning. I sit at my breakfast table eating filter fish with lox and bagels. I'm a Jewish man, been all over the map. That's why I'm singing this Jewish rap. You see, I've been rapping since the age of 3 when my homeboys rocked across the Red Sea. But before we get into his story, here's my man Shlomi from Canarsie. He's a Jewish rapper, I'm sure you'll agree. Come on everybody and rap with me. Jewish pride keeps you going strong, makes our people last real long, so don't ignore what comes from inside. Let it grow, cause it's Jewish pride. La-di-do, I'm a Jew and I think it's neat, but I'm still having problems with my feet and my back is not so good, so I will sit down over here. Everybody gather around. I'm a Jewish man, been all going to shul, been Koptish too, and followed all the rules, done the right thing for a long time now, and I've given my children all my know-how. Got a son who's a doctor, a daughter who's married, my wife sits home for my little baby Larry. Each morning I sit and tell my wife a glass of tea will mean a long life, but enough of me already and this routine. Here's the next mensch who knows the scene. Ian's his name, and he wants us to sing all about pride, that Jewish thing. Jewish pride keeps you going strong, makes our people last real long. So don't ignore, yeah, let it grow, cause it's Jewish pride. Do, I'm a Jew, got a message for you, and we'll rap these lines till my face turns blue. We rappers are the members of this Jewish crew, but Jewish pride ain't nothing new. From the time of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses and Joshua, and King David, and Solomon the wise, they would all say Jewish pride is the only way. They showed us how to live our lives, gave us direction to which we must strive. It won't be easy, in fact it's real hard. Put this saying on a little card. Keep learning, my friends, don't forget what's inside. The Torah's laws will be your guide. Centuries we work to stay alive, so let's tell them, boys, cause that's no jive. Jewish pride keeps you going strong, makes our people last real long. So don't ignore what comes from inside. Let it grow, cause it's Jewish pride. 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 Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Jewish pride. We actually called this song Rappin' Jewish. It was the last track on Jewish Pride, released in February 1987. For those of you seeing us here for the first time, this is actually show number 120, show number 120. Last June 22nd was the first show. I wore a Vancouver Canucks jersey. And today, we're in Dallas, the Dallas Stars. We have all the teams. Each day is a different hockey jersey. Why hockey? I don't know. When I was 6 years old, my father took me to a game. My father took me to a Ranger game back in 1967 at the Old Garden. And I fell in love with hockey. Of course, I not only fell in love with hockey, I love football and baseball and even basketball. Even though basketball is my fourth sport, but hockey is my number one sport. So that's the way it is. All right, so we did show number 47, which was in Laramie, Wyoming, and show number 48 in Bozeman, Montana, was a really great show too. And there were only 8 people. Now in Laramie, Wyoming, there were 33, but the best was yet to come. So show number 48, which was Bozeman, Montana, was a great show. And then from there we went to Idaho. First we had to go to the Four Corners. There's one place in America where you step on an area and you're in 4 different states. And we went to Eitan and I went to that place. It's called the Four Corners, apropos because of the Four Corners Project Studio. And we went to that place, and then we went on to Boise, Idaho, where we played a show for 90 people in Boise. And it was a great, great show. That was on May 14th, state number 49, as we headed to history. The 50th state, which would be Albuquerque, New Mexico. So we played a Hebrew school, Congregation Ahavat Bet Israel, in Boise, Idaho, for 90 people. Great show. And then we drove for Shabbat to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we went for Shabbat. And then the next day was Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer. And we played a show for Chabad of Albuquerque. And it was a great, great performance. And that was our experience. 50 states. And at that point, what was there left to do? Well, we still did shows. The last 7 years we did shows, but truthfully, once we hit those 50 states, although I did get a couple of calls from cities that haven't had us yet, we still have to play Mobile, Alabama. Why don't we do Minion Man now because of that? Ready? I stepped off the bus in Mobile, Alabama. Sun was slowly setting on the bay. It was 6 o'clock on a summer Friday afternoon. Shabbos was an hour away. We walked around the town wondering what to do, 'cause Shabbos is no time to be feeling blue. Then I saw a man who looked the same way too. I was quite relieved to find a fellow Jew. I asked the man I saw how many Jews in this town. Said to me there used to be a minion around. One of us passed away and we've been feeling down. Yet now it seems as though another Jew has been found. Won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? We walked down Winston Avenue, a block then two more, and we went into a shop that read closed on the door. There was a minion in the back of a hardware store. 9 men waiting for one more. We ushered in the Shabbos with a beautiful song. The Chazan had a voice that was clear and strong. Sang out as one all Shabbos long. Then Mariv came again, had to be moving on. I asked the man I saw how many Jews in this town. Said to me there used to be a minion around. One of us passed away and we've been feeling down. Yet now it seems as though another Jew has been found. Won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? We walked down Winston Avenue, a block then two more, and we went into a shop that read closed on the door. There was a minion in the back of a hardware store. 9 men waiting for one more. We ushered in the Shabbos with a beautiful song. The Chazan had a voice that was clear and strong. Sang out as one all Shabbos long. Then Mariv came again, had to be moving on. Everybody together. I asked the man I saw how many Jews in this town. Said to me there used to be a minion around. One of us passed away and we've been feeling down. Yet now it seems as though another Jew has been found. Won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? Now that was 20 years ago, and the vision is clear. And I think about it every now and then, cause the place is still dear. When I make this trip through Mobile once every year, I remember the man who prayed here. Now the minion is gone, a few died, some moved on. But the back of the store still remembers the song. The 9 men waited, the one came along. How Shabbos was carrying on a song. Whoa, I asked the man I saw how many Jews in this town. Said to me there used to be a minion around. One of us passed away and we've been feeling down. That now it seems as though another Jew has been found. Won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? Oh, won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? Please, won't you stay with us for Shabbos? Everybody together. Won't you stay with us for Shabbos? Won't you stay with us for Shabbos, Minion Man? Oh yeah. Minion Man, written by Victor Shine from Memphis, Tennessee. He sent me that song in 1986, and I liked it, I arranged it, and I got Gershon Vroba to sing lead on it. And it became humongously big. Yeah. That's track number 2 off the Jewish Pride album. It also came out on the Greatest Hits. And of course, the famous version with the Maccabeats, which is track number 5 on Shlock Rock. Okay, everybody. So we're up to state number 50. What happened at state number 50? Well, I'll tell you. I'm getting a lot of messages that I can't see. I mean, I see them, but I can't read them. I don't know. I got to figure out how to do this. We got to get a big screen on our in our studio so that I can read the messages coming in. But in the meantime, I want to say hello to everybody that's writing, everybody that's watching. So the Albuquerque, New Mexico show was great, and it was there. It wasn't over yet because we went to Lehigh Valley to the Jewish Heritage Night for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. They were a baseball team. They were a AAA baseball team. And we went to the game. It was, and we played. Shlock Rock was the Jewish band at Jewish Heritage Night for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs right after that, May 22nd, 2014. And that basically ended the tour that year. And it was a lot of fun. I know that Judy Hertzfeld came to that game in Lehigh Valley. She always comes to Shlock Rock shows whenever she's able to fit it into her schedule. And this worked out. Also, Nachum Siegel came to that show, Hall of Famer and Jewish radio personality. Nachum Siegel was at that show. Now, it rained, so we couldn't play on the field. We played actually in the stands underneath the covers because, undercover, because we didn't want to get rained on and electrocuted. That wouldn't have been fun. So I hope you've enjoyed our journey to the 50 states. So what's Shlock Rock going to be doing now? Well, we're going to still keep doing these Lenny Solomon live shows, I'll tell you that much. And hopefully we'll get back on the road this year. We'll see what happens. We have the show. We have to keep going. But the key for all of you out there is to be good, be cool, be Jewish, to be happy, be proud of who you are, and keep learning more about Judaism. That's what Shlock Rock's all about. That's what the Four Corners Project is all about. And we ask you to go to that website, www.fourcornersproject.org, place a small donation for the year so that we can keep going. Tomorrow, year 2, show number 1, I will be interviewing bass player Dave Hirsch, who is the second bass player for Shlock Rock. It's Shlock Rock 2.0. And we have a lot to talk about with him. It's going to be really fun. Check around, I think around 4 p.m. New York time. I think it's going to be happening, or East Coast time. 11 p.m. Israel time. It might be a little earlier. I don't know. I haven't solidified that yet. So that's that. And then we'll be off for the rest of the week until the following Monday, which we will be in the 3 weeks. 3 weeks between Shivasar B'Tammuz, the 17th day of Tammuz, and the 9th of Av, Tisha B'Av. That will be an interesting 3 weeks. And then it's back to work. Okay, so let's play one more song. And if you're watching from Facebook, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you're watching from YouTube, subscribe to the Shlock Rock YouTube channel or to the Four Corners Project YouTube channel. And let's see, I want to finish with Emunah. I think that's a good thing to finish with. We haven't played that in a long time. So if you're watching from Twitter, retweet, and that's at Lenny Solomon. And then our new channel, LinkedIn, Lenny Solomon on LinkedIn. You could be watching it. I believe it's working. We got the okay today that we are allowed to broadcast. So here we go. This is Emunah. They broke through in 48, paving the way for us all, taking the land, making a state. Freedom was their call. But they knew they were a link in the chain. This was more than just winning a war. They were holding on tight to generations of people who tried countless times before. And the weapon they used to keep on with the fight, helped them carry the prayers, the hopes and the light, was the fact that they all believed in the cause and learned from their fathers who taught them the laws. And they had Emunah, they believed deep inside, did not need logic. They had Jewish pride, it was Emunah. From the day they were born, were ingrained with the values that could never be torn. They had Emunah, they believed deep inside, did not need logic. They had Jewish pride, it was Emunah. From the day they were born, were ingrained with the values that could never be torn. Yeah. Now we're scattered all over the world and we visit every once in a while. And we're hoping that the day will come when we can leave this exile. So we wait for this moment when the Messiah will come stand up for our people and bring us biyachad as one. So feel the Emunah, don't put it aside. Help him come faster and quicken his stride, so we can carry the prayers, the hopes, and the light. For the end of the tunnel is clearly inside. We must have Emunah, must believe deep inside. Call it bitachon or just plain Jewish pride. Take your Emunah, pass it on to a friend. Then our beginnings won't come to an end. We have Emunah, we believe deep inside. Call it bitachon or just plain Jewish pride. Take your Emunah, pass it on to a friend. Then our beginnings won't come to an end. We have Emunah. Emunah, title track, released in 1988. Okay, you guys, let's do a little prayers for the sick and then do maybe one more song and say goodbye. And LinkedIn is working. Hello to all of you out in LinkedIn land. It's awesome. Okay, so Eliza Bat Batsheva needs prayers. Binyamin Yaakov Ben Chava needs prayers. Dayan Ben Chedva needs prayers. Tova Bat Esther. Asher Enzel Ben Devora Malka. Miriam Yehudit Batova Shena. Shmuel Michael Ben Malka. Rivka Fruma Bat Leah Bela. Chanaleah Bat Malka Sima. Yaakov Gavriel Ben Malya Devora, and everybody out there for Shidduchim. If you know somebody that needs to find a shidduch. Shoshana Bracha Bat Brindel Asher Anshel Ben Chaim Matatyahu Yaakov HaKohen. I see a name down there. Eliyahu Ben. Can't read it. Well, it's on the screen. It's on the screen for all of you who are watching the chats. Listen, you guys, I want you to have a great, great Shabbat. Oh, actually, tomorrow night we have show number 1 of year 2 with Dave Hirsch. But that will be a non-musical show. It will be an interview. Really great, these interviews. It's going to be interview number 18, I believe. 18 or 19. And show number 1 of year 2. So join us tomorrow, and let's close with Eliyahu. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu. Bimera, Bimera, Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach. Ben David, Bimera, Bimera, Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach, Ben David. One more time, everybody. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu. Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Bimera, oh Meira, Bimera, Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach, Ben David, Bimera, Bimera, Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach, Ben David. You guys keep on shlocking. We'll see you tomorrow with Lenny Solomon live. Show number 1 of year 2 coming up tomorrow night.